Hello, welcome to SysJune. In this video, you will learn about datetime modules in Python. Let's begin. So here we have imported datetime module. If it is not installed, then you have to use the pip command install, and here would be your module name if it is not installed. In my scenario, it is already installed, so I am just importing it. Now t1 is a variable equal to datetime dot time. So we want to take a time which would be in this format 9:21. So 9 would be your hour, it would be minute, and it would be second date time. So when we will run and when we print this one, so we will get the value like 9:21. So 9 hour 20 minutes 01 second. Similarly, if you want to just pick a hour, so for that you have to, it's just a print function. So just for printing, I'm using hour spaces colon comma t1. From this t1, the variable which are holding the this values t1 dot hour. So if I use this command, then I will get hour, so 9 hour. Similarly, if you want to get a minute, print minute t1. From t1, this is a main function t1 dot minute, you will get a minute. Now for second, so again this print is a normal print function. Inside it we have a string second colon then t1 dot second. So here we received the second as a value. So how many seconds are in that string or that variable t1. Now you want to check a millisecond. So here similarly t1 dot microsecond you can get. So here it would be the microsecond. Now you want to see the time zone, on which time zone this value is getting printed. So tz time zone info t1 dot tz info, it will return the time zone information. So here there is no time zone specifically identified, so it will return none. Now if you want to get a minimum of it and max of it, so you can utilize this date time dot time dot min. So it will calculate the minimum, so from when date time starts. So after 2 o'clock, so it would be all 0000. So no 00 time 00 hour minute and second. Now if you want to check the last, similarly date time dot max, this is a command. So 23 hours 59 minutes 59 seconds, and this is a milliseconds or a nanoseconds. Okay. Similarly, if you want to get a time resolution, so date time dot time then dot resolution. So here you are getting a resolution of a time. So what is the difference of the time difference in that? Now for a date, so date time we have a module which we already imported. So date time dot date function dot today function. So here you will get a current date. So today is, yeah, here you are getting a date in this format 2021. 01 means Jan, 03 means 3rd of Jan 2021. So in this format, if you want to see the or want a time in different format, so again today dot see time. So it will return you a time in this format. So here would be the week of a day, here would be your month, and this would be the date, and here would be dot dot dot, sorry, means 000. Here you will get a year, like that. Now if you want to get the value in tuples, means in individual format, again you have to use today dot time tuple function. This is a normal string, whatever the string you want to take you can. Just for understanding purpose, I took this string as a tuple. So it will return time dot structure time. So year, em underscore year, it will return 2021. This would be the month 1, month day, third day, hour, then 0 minute, second, week 6. Okay, weekday means 6, year, sorry, month of day third, and this would be the Jan. Okay, so like that it will return you the result. So by using a date time module, we can retrieve or we can manipulate in date time zones or a date time structure. So here if you see, we have another function, today dot to ordinal. So this function will return the overall seconds till now in today. Similarly, if you want to see the years, today, this year is 2021. Similarly for a month, today dot month. So this is the first month means Jan. Today dot day. So it would be the third day of a month means third Jan. Now, if you want to get a date, uh, in previous section we saw the date time, and here means we saw the time only. Here we are looking into date with the help of using date time module. So date time dot date dot minimum. So it would be the first minimum. It would be the year, month, and date. Now if you want to see the max, so by default it will see in this format. 31st December 9999 would be the year. Resolution, so it will always take a 1 day. So there would be a calculation like 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, like that. So it would be the 1 day. Now scenario 2 where, sorry, scenario 1 where we want to see a time difference. Later we can calculate it. So here we have a date time function. We stored its value into d1 variable. So date time dot date, this is year, sorry, month and date. So sorry, it's date and month. So this would be the value of d1 because we are using it. Now from this variable you want to replace year. So d1 dot replace year equal to 2020. So here if you see, you are able to replace this year. Now you want to replace a month. So d1 dot replace month, month equal to 10. So here if you see, this was the month, now it's getting replaced to 10. Similarly you want to replace a day, day equal to 10. So here it's got replaced to 10. So we just for identification purpose, we change the variable name d1 d2 d3. Scenario 2 where you can calculate a time difference. So d3, this is a d3, d4, this is a value of d4, date time dot date 2019 1010. Now d4 minus d3, if you return, so it will return by day minus 2 because d4 is 12th of October 2019, and here is 10th of October 2019. Now we are subtracting this lower value with the higher value. In 10 we are mining 10 minus 12, so it is returning minus 2. Now if we are moving into 12 minus 10, then it is giving a difference in days. So there is a difference of 2 days plus, and here is a 2 day minus. So in this session we saw about date time module. By using this you can manipulate your dates and time as per your desired format, and you can get a desired result. See you in a next video. Thank you.